here with your Astro report for the week of February 12th to the 18th, 2018. And so let's see what the headlines are this week. We have a solar eclipse happening in the sign of Aquarius. Solar eclipses always happen on a new moon, and they always follow a lunar eclipse, which happens on the full moon. So they always come in pairs. So we have our solar eclipse this week at 27 degrees of Aquarius. So this is when the sun and the moon are conjunct with each other. So the Sabian symbol for this is ancient pottery bowl filled with violets. So this particular Sabian symbol really talks about how we need to have our own source of sustenance and our own sense of spirituality, our own sense of what's important. Simple things like a bowl of violets. Sometimes we get distracted by flashy things, we want other things, but what's really going to sustain us is the simple things that we like and the simple things that we love and simple treasures in our life. So solar eclipses are about change, they're about upsetting the order of things, and depending where 27 degrees Aquarius is in your chart, that is probably where that's going to play out. And if it's forming any aspects with any of your personal planets, it'll affect you more than others. Some people, sometimes eclipse goes by, they barely notice. Other times, you're really going to notice it. So depending where that is with your chart. But it really talks about how sometimes shakeups will really make us value what's really important to us and the simple things. Other times, shakeups come along or things come along that make us think like, oh, I really want this, and then we find out that it's an illusion and it's not really what we really want at all. So we have to pay attention to the messages that this solar eclipse brings to us, which is happening on Thursday, February the 15th. That is when the solar eclipse is happening. So watch what's happening around those days in your particular chart. We also have the sun moving into the sign of Pisces on Sunday, February the 18th at 11:18 p.m. So most of the week the sun is going to be in Aquarius, but towards the end of the day on Sunday, depending where you are, of course, it's going to move into Pisces. So the sun goes from being in, where is my sun in Aquarius? Well, I'll show you sun in Pisces. There it is. It is vision. So sun in Pisces, when sun's in Aquarius, we're a lot more focused on having original ideas, doing things differently, being innovative, being excited about new plans. When Pisces comes around, we are more focused on what our visions and dreams are, so less inclined to take action. But that's okay, because it's time to kind of sit back and think maybe what we want to do for the spring, or if you're in the southern hemisphere, for the fall. And so what our kind of plans are. And it's a good time for exploring things like spirituality, our artistic side, especially things like music and dance and photography, things like that. So it's a good time for exploring what our inner vision is and bringing it out into the outside world. Not always a good time for taking a lot of concrete actions, especially on other things. That's more for when the sun goes into Aries, but it's a good time to kind of rest and relax and do some inner reflection for ourselves. So those are the two kind of big headlines for the week. But let's see what's going on for the week. We'll start with the moon. So Monday, February 12th, the moon is in Capricorn all day. When moon is in Capricorn, we're a lot more inclined to feel like organized. We want to get out to work. We want to be productive. So it looks like Monday is going to be a productive day if you want to get some things done. The moon goes into a void late at 11:43 p.m. These are all Central Time, so adjust for your time zone, but most of the day is going to be a productive day. And then on Tuesday, the moon moves into Aquarius at 9:11 a.m. so that we feel more kind of rebellious. We want to do things differently. We don't want to always stick to routine. So Tuesday's kind of a good day to kind of shake things up a bit. Also, the sun has a sextile with Uranus on Tuesday at 8:23 p.m. And so that's a good time for original ideas, for being inspired, for trying different ideas on. If somebody invites you to do something a little bit different, say yes, go do it, do something different that day. So Tuesday's a good day to kind of shake things up. We also have Mercury squaring Jupiter that day at 4:39 p.m. So it says don't jump to conclusions. Mercury forming a square means there's tension between communication and a new idea. So we may be feeling really inspired on Tuesday, but we also might hear things like question things if it sounds strange or weird. Like, don't click on that clickbait. Don't just believe something because you saw a headline on Facebook or something. Don't jump to conclusions right away. You don't have all the facts yet. So that's something to watch for on Tuesday. Wednesday, the moon remains in Aquarius all day, and then the sun has a conjunction with Juno on Wednesday. And Wednesday is February 14th. It is Valentine's Day, so it's actually really nice that there's a conjunction with Juno, the asteroid in charge of partnerships. So it's a good time to get together with your partner. You guys will be in sync and working together. And because moon is in Aquarius, you might want to do something a little bit different for Valentine's Day. But it looks like if you're in a partnership, you'll be in sync with people, working together really well with people on that day. Thursday, of course, we have the big solar eclipse going on. There's a void moon at 3:04 p.m. and then the moon moves into Pisces at 8:42 p.m. So most of the day, the sun is in Aquarius. We've got the afternoon where there's a void moon, which means it's not making aspects to any other planets, so don't change things up too much. And then moon goes into dreamy Pisces in the evening. That's on Thursday, the 15th. We also have Mercury having a sextile with Uranus. So you may get support for ideas you didn't expect to get support for. So people may support something you didn't think they were going to support you for, people from other generations. You may be inspired in your communication with other people. So a good day for communication as well on the Thursday. We also have Venus sextiling Saturn. So there might be new responsibilities and new concerns that come up, and we may have to figure out how we're going to organize those things on Thursday. Friday, moon remains in Pisces all day, so a day for dreamy relaxation, not a lot of big changes. As I was saying, kind of with the sun thing, we feel like we just kind of want to relax and maybe do something, work on our spirituality or artistic mediums. We're really not really into working on that day. We have Mercury making a conjunction that day with Juno. So it's a good day to communicate with your partner. It's a good day to relax and do something with them on the Friday. Saturday, we have a void moon at 4:14 p.m. So moon is in Pisces until the afternoon, 4:14 p.m. And then the rest of the day, it is in a void. So Saturday evening, good time to relax. Actually, Friday, Saturday, the whole time. It's a good time to relax. And then we have the sun is also conjuncting Mercury that day. So it's a good day for like little short trips, little activities. Also a good day for discussing things with people as well. We're very clear. We're very good at communicating our ideas and what we want on Saturday. And then Saturday, we also have Mars is squaring Neptune on that day at 5:20 a.m. So laziness is definitely a possibility on Saturday. Friday and Saturday, we might be feeling quite lazy, but we also may not see things in quite the way that they really are. We may be easily gullible to things. The only danger really too is religious fanaticism as well, or overreacting to things. We see something, Neptune's a sign or a planet that sometimes rules things like deception or not seeing all the information clearly for what it is. And so when it has a square, which is about friction with Mars, the planet of energy, we may take something that's not true and act on it. So we have to be kind of careful about what we're looking at on that day. And then Saturday, the moon moves into Aries at 6:05 a.m. So we're feeling a lot more feisty that day. So whereas Friday and Saturday, we're more relaxed and dreamy and do whatever, Sunday, we want to take action and we want to start some new things. The other thing that's happening to it this week is Neptune has a square with Vesta, which also kind of lends into the religious fanaticism things, or being fooled or tricked by something, or something isn't quite what it appears to be when it comes to things about religion. So be careful about anything in the news this week that has to do with like religious fanaticism or something that doesn't quite sound right. It could be too that something's revealed about something spiritually that's been going on that isn't necessarily a good thing, and people have been caught doing it. But be careful, don't jump to conclusions this week is kind of the big message that I'm seeing in both the Taroscope and the astrology reads as well. Is not all the facts are available to us yet. It is a good week though for relaxing with loved ones. It is a good week for Valentine's Day type things. So there is some good things going on this week. So if you have any comments, please put in the comments below. If you want your own astrology reading, you can always click on the Etsy shop, of course. Shameless plug, I know. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and have a great week.